I got into the financial institutions group at Goldman Sachs in 1995. I really enjoyed working with the younger, more tech-driven companies, and it was an area that really wasn't covered by Goldman at all at the time in terms of a specific arena. So I took it over as my own, and the rest is history. There are fintech bankers, and then there are fintech bankers. We're guys that have gone off and started our own business 14 years ago. We all have pedigrees from Goldman Sachs and other large banks. And so, having the sector expertise, but also having a deep history of investment banking is important. But those two elements of being a fintech banker and being a good investment banker are not all that it takes. So what we found is, having that packaged up in a boutique way where you can really dig deep and understand the client's business, understand the personal side of what a client wants to do and what a company really means to them and what they want to do with it. Putting all those things together really drives the great outcomes that we've had. In terms of the unicorn comment or trend in the marketplace, it's really because we're in the second or third inning of a very long-term shift in financial services. You're seeing a few companies in each space break out and truly differentiate. In the lending space, you're seeing companies like GreenSky and payments. We saw companies like PayPal do tremendous things, or companies like Adyen and Stripe and Square. These are once-in-a-generation type of companies that are completely changing the space. So we see most of these companies are here to stay. We hear a lot about Bitcoin and blockchain, and people confuse the two a lot. I think there's a good place in the world for Bitcoin and the blockchain, and ultimately I think there's been a lot of money put into the space. There hasn't been a lot of money made in the space other than trading and speculating in the currencies. But I think long term, and I'm thinking very long term on this 10, 20 years, I see the blockchain being a fairly important part of the infrastructure of financial services, but I've been kind of a fast follower in that space. We're still waiting to see the winners. In terms of today's definition of fintech, I think it definitely will evolve, and it has evolved. Right now, you're seeing a second surgence on mobile, and I think mobile's driving a lot of it, quite frankly, a lot of the differentiation. I think the third or fourth wave is going to be much more, I think, personalization of financial services products. Right now, we all get treated as numbers and digits and FICO scores. In the future, everyone's going to have their own extremely unique, highly detailed credit score, or their highly detailed score for underwriting your insurance and your driving habits. So I think we're into many, many more waves. And at the end of the day, financial services is a very intangible commodity where there's no physical product. So you're really talking about extreme levels of efficiency getting put into the market over the course of time. So I think the innovation is going to continue on for a long time. FT Partners is not a financial technology company or an exchange, but we consider ourselves a vehicle to help people connect from all over the world. So we're constantly building relationships with investment firms in China, Singapore, Asia, family offices. We work with startups all the way up through the largest fintech companies in the world. So we really like to help incubate the entire ecosystem. Really just help people connect is what we do.